you? It's been a while. I actually genuinely thought I'd be going back to work sooner, but never mind. So within the selection of videos you've got stuff for mobility and you've also got stuff for stretching. That's going to basically help on those key areas. Over this time, the things that I have been contacted most about are lower back issues, shoulder and neck issues. Most of that stuff will help free you up, but I'm going to start to show you how to start strengthening, because I've got a funny feeling that we're in this, well, it's not a feeling, it's a fact, we're in this for the long haul, aren't we? So I'm going to talk to you about a way of just starting some basic core activation exercises, which, yes, is Pilates for those of you. Don't frown at it. There's a reason why it's been going on for ages. It's because it works. So what we're going to do, okay, I'm literally going to talk you through. I've probably worn the wrong top today, but never mind. So I'm going to tuck that in up there. All right. So what I want you to do is lie on your back. I want you to splay your hands like so. I want you to put your little finger at the top of your hip bone here. I'll show you when seated. Top of the hip bone and your thumb on your bottom rib cage, like so. All right. That's what I want you to do. Just find the rib that you feel the most bottom part. All right, and then the top of the hip bones there. All right, my hands are now splayed. Really simple. My eye gaze, all right, my stupid hair's in the way, should be up at the ceiling. All right, so that's where I want to be. If my eye gaze is slightly behind, then my neck's a little bit tight. So all I want to do is put a book or something small underneath there. All right, I'm going to put my little pony under there, just about does it. Okay, now, thumb on bottom rib, little finger, top of the pelvis. Feet, knees and hips all in the same line. All I'm going to think of, my pubic bone here and my coccyx bone underneath, which is a tailbone of your spine. This is all going to stay the same. All I'm going to do is find what we call our neutral spine. So simple. I'm going to breathe in, okay, and when I breathe in, I'm going to breathe into my ribs and think about pushing them into the mat underneath me. And then when I exhale, my pubic and coccyx, I'm going to think about drawing together without moving anything here. I guarantee you'll start moving. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Pubic and coccyx, those muscles in between the two are your pelvic floor. For those who are more familiar, just activate your pelvic floor. Those who aren't, when you're going to the toilet next time for a piddle, stop. That was your pelvic floor. That easy. Okay, so obviously don't do that now. Well, you do it in your own home if you like. Anyway. Hands are on. So all I'm going to do is breathe in, rib cage into the back, and I'm going to exhale. Think about imagining my pubic bone and coccyx bone drawing closer together, nothing else moving. As I exhale, I'm also going to breathe out with a slightly pursed lip. So that's going to activate the upper part of my abdomen, the diaphragm. They're your two and bottom factors, okay? And then you've got all these muscles in between, and some of us have extra skin, etc. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so what I'm trying to do is look for neutral spine. Very simple process. As we inhale, I'm going to think about rolling through my sacrum and I'm going to try and bring my pubic bone up towards my nose. What happens? The space here decreases. I feel that as my fingers get closer together. As I exhale, I'm going to take that pubic bone down to the floor. My lumbar spine will arch, as you can see. I'm going to bring those hands out and my hands, the distance gets greater. I'm going to inhale, I'm rolling through, so yes, my lumbar spine is flattening. I'm going to exhale and roll the other side. Literally, doing this exercise in itself is lovely to mobilize your sacrum as it sits off your spine. All right, and again, we are looking for the midway point, so closer, all right, shorter fingers, away as I breathe out, the distance increases. Shorter distance, greater distance. Now, I'm going to find a midway point. So this time, breathing in, I'm going to pause where I think I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm going to exhale, I'm going to still lift that pelvic floor up, but nothing's going to move. How do I know for sure? Pubic and coccyx are now sitting parallel with the floor. My lumbar spine is very, 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 very slightly off the mat, okay? All right, and I can just feel almost like the bottom of those hip bones sitting. All right, so breathing in, exhale, just bring pubic and coccyx closer together, All right. Now those hands, all right, as you do this, just inhaling, exhaling, drawing. If you're breathing out with a pursed lip, drawing your 12 and 6 o'clocks together, you will feel your tummy very slightly contract underneath you. That is engaging your core muscles in a neutral spine, all right? This is your very, very simple, basic beginning, all right, for any exercises that I'm going to take you forward on. So this is key. Now you're thinking, I'm doing nothing, how is this going to help me? Well, first of all, with the forward and back, you've mobilized lumbar spine. That reduces tension. You are taking nice, slow breathing. We have a virus, a respiratory virus. Inhaling for a count of 4 and exhaling slightly pursed lips is actually working the rib cage and the lungs, filling them up completely. Again, bonus point. All right, and again, just thinking about being in that neutral and making yourself aware. You will want to move and just controlling that is actually an education, all right? You may do this for the first time. In fact, it's highly likely you will do this for the first time, all right? And you'll be like, what is she talking about? I can't feel nothing. Stick with it. Within a week, you will get it. I want you to do those, like 15 good, decent breaths. You can do that 2 or 3 times a day. You are just retraining that brain, all right, to get these muscles in here that basically aren't activators as such, like to move my arm here, bicep has shortened, tricep has happened. You physically see that. To do this, all right, if I just sit here side on, all right, just sit regularly like, all right, there we go. And now I have just engaged my core. Relaxed, I've just engaged my core, all right? Now, I know how to do this, I've been doing it a while, but this is what you need to do. See automatically what it does to my posture, to your spine. I'll bore you with all those details another time, but for now, start practicing that and I will endeavour to do more strengthening. Feel free to get in touch to ask for more. Ciao for now.